is Torrez Finney. I'm a UFC middleweight. My journey to the UFC is a one for the books. You know, I've had to go through 3 Dana White Contender Series fights.
Finney becomes the first fighter to win 3 bouts on Dana White's Contender Series. A sly smile from the boss.
The only one in history to win all of those fights. And that led me up to being undefeated, 10-0, finally getting my contract on the last fight. Did it in all 3 different ways. Did one by submission, one by decision, and one by TKO. So did it every possible way you can do it, and was able to finally get my UFC contract. And on April 5th, yeah, I have my UFC debut. Here today, you know, here at the gym, at our house, you know, we did a lot of different training, situational stuff, preparing for what my opponent potentially can and will do going into the fight. Yes, granted, this is like 8 weeks out, but I was really excited to get into the training and really get going to really dissect this opponent.
Bright lights, TV screen, feels like looking at a magazine. You think it's all for show, but this is just the only way I know. But if you let her see that man say,
and yeah, had a lot of really good looks, you know, a lot of good teammates to help me out throughout this training camp. So this has been really good, and we're on the start of something really big, you know, going towards the UFC debut. The first one is the big one. You know, I hear from a lot of UFC fighters, they say you're not a true UFC fighter until you get a UFC win. So we're making that real run to the win, and I'm definitely excited for how this training camp gonna go.
I'm Torrez the Punisher Finney, and I'm ready to smash.
We're back here in Vegas once again, getting ready for my UFC debut. You know, coming to Vegas is one of my favorite things to do. Bringing a little bit of a different team with me, but still coming to Vegas. I really enjoy it. You know, still got the spot. You know, staying at the Palms, and still love the love from Coach B, Wham Bam. He's helping me out throughout this fight week. Me, my coach, Matt Harris, my teammate, Montavious, along with Jack, some of their family, Luke, Trevor. I mean, this is going to be a really good fight week, and I'm really excited. My new other coach from Fusion Excel, Julian Williams, he's also also in my corner, and also Nikki Peppers, who also is another assistant coach at the Scrapyard MMA. So, you know, we're all coming to Vegas, you know, having that experience together as a team collectively for the first time, you know, with some different heads, but still the mission is still the same. Just come out here and get the W, come out here and get the job done. And I enjoy Vegas, man. You know, Vegas is one of those places where I really love. There's so much stuff to do, so many places to go and eat. Now, granted, I'm cutting weight, but still so many places to go and eat at. It was just been an incredible time coming to Vegas, and yeah, I can't wait to fight. Today we have a training session here at the UFC PI. Look, I love the PI, the Performance Institute. They have so many resources that you can use for yourself as a UFC athlete. I mean, I bring in my whole team. So what I like to do usually on fight week is to prepare, you know, to simulate how the fight would go, the entire 3 rounds if the fight goes that distance. You know, I have Matt, obviously he's my coach, he's a black belt. Gives me the grappling sequences, and then I had Nikki hold the pads. Also had my teammate Montavious to simulate some of the things that my opponent would do inside of the cage. And we just go through that process constantly throughout the course of 3 rounds. Also, yes, while I am on a carb deficit, getting ready for the weight cut, I still like to see myself push through a little bit with a cardio push, even through those situations. Yes, I might be a little bit more fatigued in those areas because I don't have any carbs, but I still like to push through and continue to keep that pace just to see how I am. And yeah, man, I was going through it really good. I felt really explosive. I felt really strong in that entire situation. Yeah, I was just really grinding through that, through those parts, and really clicking on all cylinders. And that's one of those things that you do on fight week. You just continue to try your best to click on cylinders. We talk about plays, like we're very synonymous with football, me and my coaches, and it's like hitting those plays throughout the game. Obviously for me in fighting, hitting those sequences throughout those situations in fighting that I know the fight is going to end up at. So to be able to see yourself go through those sequences over and over and over again, and being able to execute.
Ready to go? Yes, sir. Ready to go.
You're strong, so you'll be good. You're losing weight.
Yes, losing weight. To be this low and still be able to move at that pace.
You have a power for one person moves the weight.
Thank you, yeah. We focus on it a lot. Thank you so much.
See you, okay?
Yes, sir, see you, brother. I feel good. I really did. Like I said, Monday had me in my head, but as the days went on, I was like, okay.
Oh, that's what they test you on?
So you lay down, you push against it, you go up against it sideways, you go like it tests how strong your neck is. We do the innovation line, we test your cardio, how good your cardio is. We do power stuff, the power max, test how powerful you possibly are. I broke a few records when I did. I broke 4 records.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I broke 4. All of them was power and strength records.
No one can beat you. So what are the keys to beating you in this particular matchup?
Yes, just going out there and controlling the fight. I'm a guy that always lead the dance. And, if I have my front foot forward, lead the dance, I control the fight. I feel like I can go ahead and finish for you.
Listen, we can't wait to see you compete. I know all of us think that you belong. We can't wait to see your official UFC debut. Best of luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Guys. Thank you. Congrats. Yes, you're going to be great. Yes, really good one to you.
Finney, I knew it. How you doing? I'm good.
Very late to you today. Very much, guys. Josh, before we get into this matchup with Lerone Murphy, you said something interesting in our fighter meeting this week.
You need direction, yeah, you need a name when you're standing at the crossroads of behind, we look the same.
Weigh-ins went phenomenal. You know, went out there to weigh-ins, got on the scale, weighed exactly 186. Then we do the face-offs. Me and Robert Valentin, we do the face-offs and shook his hand and looked him dead in his eye. And I knew I was ready, and I couldn't wait. I really couldn't wait. This is one of those fights where I was just so enticed and ready to go.
Have it fight yet?
He's a freaking man, son. Proud of everybody.
I know, feel good.
Man, I'm so prepared. Running out, getting prepared, getting ready for the first official UFC fight. You know, I am so thankful and blessed to be able to have this opportunity and to finally go out here. I know a lot of people are supporting me back at home. A lot of people are itching at the gate to finally see what I do in the UFC. I was pumped. I ran out there. Boy, I was so excited. You know, the walkout music I had for myself from DJ Khaled, out here grinding. You know, I waited to the moment I was ready to walk out. You know, like they say, you own the moment. And I walked in the cage, ready to go. I ran right across the cage. I said, go get this dude. I grabbed him, picked him up, slammed him, took him down. Did that a few times in the first round. First round, you know, was a lot of trying to really find the place, find exactly what I was trying to do. Again, talking about those sequences that we went over in the PI, I missed some of those sequences early in the first round. Again, that's from just preparation, you know, being better. You got to execute, you know, and I'll talk about a lot of that, like with football. You can practice the play all the time, but when you see a player, the other attributes that comes in, the intangibles that you can't necessarily practice for unless you out there actually feeling that person. But, you know, the first round, I was really confident. Won the first round. Come out hard the second round. Tried to throw a little loop and overhand. Got the takedown. Got to a better position. Got to the position that we have been fiending for the entire fight. You know, what we knew that would, in my honest opinion, a fight-ending sequence. Again, he used the cage to his advantage. He did really good there. You know, a lot of props there to Valentin. Third round, you know, he came out, he yelled, I'm down 2-0, you know, I got nothing to lose. As he was throwing strikes at me, you know, threw a lot of different strikes, knees, elbows. Some landed, some didn't. Third round, I was a lot. I just didn't like how I performed in the third round. I should have went out there and tried to finish. And I went out there and I was contemplating, you know, just happy that I knew I was up two rounds to nothing. You know, and you can't fight like that. You know, you got to be out there to go and finish at all times. Finish the drill, as they would say. You know, finish the round. We did get we broken up a few times from the referee, but that was just more on me to be a lot more active in a lot of those situations. We get down to the final decision. I'm hearing the scorecards. I hear 30-27. I'm thinking the best way could be a 30-27. Because there's no way I didn't win any round. It has to be me. And I heard 30-27 Valentin, and I about lost it. I could not believe Tony Weeks scored that 30-27. That is one of the most outlandish scorecards I've probably ever heard in my life. Got the victory by split decision. I look back at my performance. If I had to give it a grade out of 10, honestly, I'd give it a 3. I was very disappointed, highly disappointed into my performance. I am so much better than that. But one of the things that I will never be apologetic about is a W. I will forever fight to win, whatever that may be, whatever that may be necessary. I see all the things online, social media, people on their shows, their podcasts, their YouTube channels. I've seen it all. Criticism, rightfully so. But one thing you can't criticize is that W. No matter how mad, no matter how much you hate me, you have to beat me. And that's one of those things that I'm just not going to allow. We're going to continue to grow, continue to keep getting better. Thank you to all the people that support me. I love you all. Get ready. We got more coming, and I'm excited to keep smashing.